Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about generative AI in search. Is it going to kill off SEOs? If you're looking to grow your organic SEO, make certain to check out the Traffic Accelerator system. The link is in the description. It is completely free. You will get a complete audit for your website and you can essentially see where you are lacking and where you should be focusing your time and efforts on as well. There are a couple case studies on the actual page as well, so make certain to check that out. The link is in the description. Now back to the video. I'll do a deep dive into the generative AI in search, and we'll also try and break it as well. For anybody that hasn't been following along, Google essentially had their big conference and they essentially rolled out generative AI in search, and they also done a update in Google Bard, which we'll also touch on that as well. So very quickly, if any of you guys haven't checked it out, make certain to check out this article. It's been released by Google themselves, Liz Reed, head of Google Search. And basically it's just going into it. But if we take a look at some SERPs, now a few things, SGE or generative AI, whatever you want to call it, it's only showing up for me in the US. Now, I don't know if that's just an issue on my end or potentially it's just not rolled out in the UK. But as of right now, as of recording this, which is the 16th, I don't see it in the UK, so I've had to use a VPN basically to swap over to America. Now, this is what it looks like here. What I'll do is I'll research that. So this is what it looks like here. It's the pink box. And obviously, if I search what is SEO, it gives me a answer. Now, the interesting thing about this is that it actually has two results underneath. Sometimes I actually have seen it with more than two results. I'll try to pull up another SERP, but in this instance we have search engine land and MailChimp. Now I think that potentially what might happen is that MailChimp, even though that they might not have been getting the featured snippet prior to this update, I think that you will or MailChimp will get more clicks, especially if there's like 3 of them as well. Let's see if I can get a SERP with 3. What is PPC? Let's see, PPC. Okay, how much does PPC cost? Something like that. That's actually not got SG, but sometimes there is actually 3 results. It's not just the one. So yeah, I think that the click spread would probably be a little bit more, because prior to this, if you did search what is SEO, you would get a featured snippet at the top and you would only get the one link to search engine land. So now that we have 2, potentially there are a little bit more leeway of other websites getting the clicks. Now, if we were to actually click on show more, now, one thing that I don't understand is how this is essentially formulating this. Because, for example, if I'm, let's say, a marketing manager of a company, right? Let's say the company that I work for, they don't invest in SEO, and I just want to know what the benefits are of SEO and how it performs against Facebook ads or PPC and stuff. This here isn't actually answering that result that I have in my head. So potentially this article, the one on search engine land, it does actually specify that. So like SEO versus SEM, SEO versus PPC, it's talking about the pros and cons of PPC, the pros and cons of SEO as well. So it's not doing that. It is just formulating a pretty decent article. But if somebody did want to know more, I reckon that they are probably more likely to click on some of the links. Because again, some of these articles, they're just a lot more expert focused. Like obviously search engine land, it's going on for so many years and stuff. So anybody that is actually reading something on here, they're probably going to possibly trust it more than AI. So that is one thing. There has also been a lot of people that have been complaining about AI or generative AI. Now, one thing that is obviously very, very funny, if you head over to Google Trends, you will see that how to get rid of AI overview Google, it has actually started trending. There was also people that were talking about it over on the Google forums as well. But if you actually search Google AI in Google Trends, you will see that how to get rid of AI overview Google is a 200% increase. Do I think that Google will remove it? No, I don't. I think that as we're all human, we don't like change. Like if you were to even look at the iPhone, for example, when they removed the home button, people were really frustrated. When they removed the headphone jack, people were frustrated. But then over time, we actually got used to it. So I do think that it is that instance, or it's that kind of scenario where people are maybe a little bit annoyed by the search generative or the AI overview. But I think that over time, the quality is going to get better. I don't think that they're going to steal as much clicks as people thought, mainly because if they're keeping this, then I think that it will probably actually improve clicks in some SERPs as well, or in some instances. So that is super important. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is Google Gemini. They released the update. I believe it's at 1.5 now, but you can actually do some crazy stuff. So you can get it to search on YouTube, Google Maps, etc. So for example, we can actually get it to book a flight now. So if we were to actually do at Google Flights, book me a flight for, let's say, 15th of June from Manchester Airport to, let's say, Istanbul. So this will essentially go and do its own thing, and it will find you the best results or the best pricing and stuff. And basically you can book it right there and then, which is very, very cool. I did not think that Google Bard, or well, actually, to be honest, it makes sense now that I am using it, but it's doing a lot of things that are just crazy. Like this has just saved me so much time. And then you can also do like a follow-up prompt as well. I'm guessing. Can you also recommend some hotels? So this is like an added benefit, but also the actual prompts that you give it. So Google Hotels, Gemini does not always get it right. Be sure to check the following hotel details. That's really good to see that it's not just telling you to book blindly. Now, what would be funny here is if they had their own affiliate links, but they actually don't. So fair play to them. But yeah, you've got some hotels here that didn't look like a hotel that I would want to stay at, but it has went for some cheap hotels. Let's go for some more expensive ones. Can you find me some hotels at $200 a night? Just to be a little bit more fancy and see if it can get things right. So yeah, you've got the Ritz-Carlton. I don't even need to look at that. That will be on the more expensive side. So $293 a night. Perfect stuff for the luxury SEO life. But yeah, you've got some examples there. I think that it's actually really usable now. But you can also get it to do some more topical mapping stuff, which I will be releasing a video on tomorrow. But overall, I think that Gemini has gotten a lot better, especially with this. I think that ChatGPT might struggle to compete against this now. I don't know. They might not. But yeah, it looks like they have essentially stepped up their game. One thing that they also did mention as well is that you can also generate images with Google or Gemini. I don't know if that's been fully rolled out yet, but that will also be interesting to see if you can actually rank some of the images. But yeah, that has been it. One thing I will tell you guys is keep an eye on the Google Trends to see if this how to get rid of AI overview goes up, because I think it will. Right now it's at 200%. But yeah, that's been today's video. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section. And if you guys want a free 15-minute growth strategy call for your website, make sure to check out casual-.com. The link is in the description. Thanks.